Rod, it's brilliant to see you. Our dads were great friends. They played AFL football against each other, or VFL football, your dad Graham and my dad David, and they ended up broadcasting sport together. They're both not with us anymore, but I suspect they'd be smiling, you and I catching up today, talking about something we're incredibly passionate about. As a father of 9 kids between us, junior sport's something we're pretty passionate about.
Yeah, it is. It's an area that we both share that passion for, as you said, Darcy, and I'm sure, our dads would think this is pretty incredible. You know, a generation down the track that we're there fighting the cause for kids in sport.
I want to talk about the problem that we both have identified and see, and that is parents' behaviour at junior sports escalated to a point where I would call it out of control. And Rod, you and I both think we need a paradigm shift and an education platform, and that's what you're bringing to the table. To set up the behaviour firstly, we just see this incredible trend of parents abusing junior umpires, of being over the top. Some of the stuff I've seen has been crazy, and we try and police and bring more rules in and ban and suspend bad behaviour. But I think you're onto something. I think education is the way forward.
Yeah, I think enforcement has a place, but it's not the solution, and there's no silver bullet. But the areas that I've worked in have been around attitude and behaviour, and you can see that paradigm shift happen really quickly. And I just am confident with this new program, which is called Learning Life Through Sport, that the values that espouses, it's about sportsmanship, respect and trying your hardest, that if we can bring that as a collective and have everyone buying into the same values, so getting leagues take that on board, that we can make a significant change and it can happen really quickly.
It makes enormous sense to me. It aligns with what I've been trying to do in my own sphere for a long period of time, but it had an immediate impact. Stuff like going over and meeting the coach before a game and shaking his hand and saying, hey, we're not going to question the umpire's decision today. A lot of these umpires at junior sport are 12, 13, 14-year-olds that are having a horrific experience themselves. So you're about respect for umpires, respect for the opposition, and it's making a big difference.
Yeah, and when we put our kids into junior sport, we like to think that the environment's going to be supportive and they're going to be safe and feel included. But I think we don't have the same opinion about our umpires, as an example, and we've inherited this behaviour where parents will come to a game, and whether it's at AFL level or even junior level, and they'll just argue umpires' decisions and yell out. And, you know, if the coaches aren't managing the behaviour of their kids, it can just get out of control. And a program like ours, once it's integrated right through, we can manage the behaviours, firstly, of our players, but also of our parents, and have them included in that building of relationships between a coach to his players, a coach to his parents, which can often be difficult, a coach with the umpires, developing that relationship. Like Darcy, our umpires should have fun as well. We want our kids to have fun. And building a relationship with the opposition coach, the opposition players. So we, in the Learning Life Through Sport space, like we give gifts of gratitude after a game, as an example, to the umpires to thank them for their efforts, and to the opposition team to thank them for playing against us.
You and I are both incredibly lucky. We had dads that played sport at the highest level, but not once did they overlay their world onto us. They didn't ever overcoach us. They didn't ever say anything negative. Probably what was conscious parenting. I don't think your dad understood what that meant, but through their own values, parented you and I. And I think what we're trying to say is there's an opportunity to pass that on to parents that are at junior sport. They're creating an environment that's become really toxic, and you can change the relationship with your kids just simply for mine is saying, I love watching you play. I'm in your corner. I love you being here. Regardless of ability, we can make a difference.
Yeah, and it's inherited behaviour, but we see it all the time, and it needs to stop. So we can blame the previous generations, but until we draw a line in the sand and we actually make a decision to make it better, things won't change. And we have that responsibility. We can empower people to behave in a different way. So it's about attitudes and behaviours, but we've got a new opportunity to learn a better way. We can all get involved and make it a much safer, much more enjoyable environment. As you said, you know, the best words you can say is, I love to watch you play at the end of a game, and just create an environment where kids really enjoy playing sport.
Junior sport should be the happiest, most fun thing that kids do every week, but it hasn't been the case. And we know kids are spending more time on their devices than ever before. There's more anxiety and mental health challenges. So we need kids being happy at junior sport. Parents have got to be re-educated. Your program, Learning Life Through Sport, is a game changer. Great stuff. I'm in your corner. Let's make it happen.
Sounds good, Das. Let's do it together.
Good to see you, mate.